This PC is connected now to that Wi-Fi hotspot, that little guy right there, and it's called DigiPi. If you pull out your phone or whatever you got and you look at it, you'll find DigiPi, and you too could run it from your PC, but don't do that just yet.
Oh, I was just about to ask you for the password.
Okay, so after you've configured this thing, it'll always come up to 10.0.0.5 when it's in the hotspot mode. Yeah. Is anybody connected to that, or has anybody?
No, it asked me for a password. I'm serious, it asked me for a password.
It shouldn't have. Oh, the Wi-Fi password.
The
Yeah.
DigiPi.
Yeah. Well, I'm beyond that, so we're going to skip that part.
Okay.
I'm trying to be beyond that.
I'm not going there.
There we go. This is what you should see. And all of these functions with the buttons you see at the top are buttons that create the operating environment for the function you're going to use. So if I were going to do APRS, I would enable the iGate, and see the left column right there, see that box that went green? That means it's ready for action. So that shows what you've got. He's also got this configured so only the necessary components will stay engaged. Saves resources. So get to the meat of it. I'm going to go to the WSJTX. How many people are FT8 users? You got a lot? Not as many as I thought. Huh. Okay, so wait for the environment to come up. That's ready. So now down at the bottom, we're going to click on WSJTX, and that's going to execute the program.
So those top buttons are like virtual operating systems.
No, they're just setting up the environment. So if you don't have that set and you click on WSJTX down at the bottom, nothing happens. So it's setting everything up and getting you ready to go. So you might see on the front of the radio, I can fully control everything there. It just went to 40 meters. Does that light up when I do that?
No.
No, it's in
Oh,
standby mode.
here we go. Since I've got a tremendous mismatch, I'm not gonna.
Dave,
Yes, sir.
quick question. Is it compatible with JT Alert, or will it run JT Alert?
No, JT Alert won't run on Linux. This is Linux based, and JT Alert does not do that. I wish it did. But it does everything else. Any questions about running FT8 on here? So when you get done, you just close it out, nothing fancy. So I'm going to unclick that and go to the next thing. Oh, this is a new thing called JS8 call. Let's do that. A lot of people complain, well, FT8's too impersonal. It's just a big signal exchange. So for people that want to have a keyboard-to-keyboard thing anywhere in the world, the JS8 call is a neat application. That's it right there. And you might want to read up on it and try it. It's pretty nice.
It's basically ham radio texting.
Yeah. And a lot of what it does is throughout the day you can set it up to automatically say, hey, I'm here every hour or so to see signal reports, signal strengths from different parts of the world.
Can it run two functions at the same time, or is it just one at a time?
No, one at a time.
But can you have more than one loaded? Like, can I have JS8 call and the WSTJX loaded at the same time?
They're all loaded.
No, green on your little vertical bar.
No.
Okay.
And the intent was to not
Force you to pick to choose which blade in your Swiss
not
Army
to
knife.
exceed the resources of a
Yeah.
very small
Okay.
computer. FL Digital. This is the granddaddy of all digital programs, digital data. This thing does everything in the world. Let's just look at some of the operational modes. Can you guys read that? No. Look how many different MFSK capabilities you got. PSK 31, remember that? That's all there. Anybody do RIDI contest? RIDI right from here. Want to copy weather facts off the satellites? Right there. And CW. This thing does a pretty good job of copying CW. So, not perfect, but none of those are, because CW is generally not sent perfectly.
And it's free.
And it's free, that's right. And this guy does an amazing job. He's continually making updates and stomping out bugs and stuff, and it's been running for so many years that it's pretty close to perfection. But if you're bored and want to experiment with a lot of stuff, and you have a Raspberry Pi and a radio, this is it. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, if you go to the website, digipi.org, there are 2 different versions, and it's important you get the right one. If you have a radio that's can be USB controlled, like a 7300, an FT991, 705, what else?
FTDX10.
Yeah. All these are selectable, and you only need a USB cable between the Raspberry Pi and the radio. So, however, if you have one of the older radios that doesn't have that, then you need to download that version, and it'll require a little hardware interface to create it. So, the trivial thing with a transistor, I think, and a couple of resistors. So that's FL Digi. So the appeal is somebody doing SOTA or POTA, you can really lighten the load, because that and that little Raspberry Pi and a little battery, and you're good to go for a whole POTA activation. You can run the POTA activation off your phone, or if you have a small tablet, you're good to go. And really makes things nice. This is also, anybody who's messed with Raspberry Pis in the past knows you never unplug them, because it'll corrupt the data on the SDHC card. This is what's called a read-only file system, so you can unplug it anytime you want. Turn power off, unplug it, and you can't harm it. So if you are courageous and you get in and you try to make a change using the terminal program, you'll have to enable the file system and make it mountable. Any questions?
Could you bring up the WinLink?
Sure. Just a minute. Arnie?
Okay, I've been thinking about this. I think this is really neat. So I can set up the hotspot out in the Radio Shack or in my...
At home.
At home.
Here's what you do. There's a setup down here for Wi-Fi. So at home,
Yeah.
the way I have this configured, at home, it connects to my home Wi-Fi system.
Gotcha.
And then anywhere in the house, or my property outside, I can access it.
So
via
just like
Wi-Fi.
Steve was doing to bring it up on his phone.
You know,
I thought it
well,
was, but anyway,
those two different, like I said, it's 2 different things. It can be either functioning as a hotspot or not. So if it can't find a Wi-Fi network,
Yeah.
after about 5 or 10 minutes, it becomes a hotspot,
I think
the
this is,
DigiPi. And that's the beauty of it, because you go out in the field somewhere, you have no Wi-Fi presumably. Everything you need to operate is right there. When you get home, you download it off of the WSJTX configuration.
so it's a rig pi but better because you don't have to put audio in and
Yes,
video and all that.
yes.
Wow, thanks.
And like I say, it has all that, they let you do remote CW, FT8, FT4, all the modes. So,
Wonderful.
it's a pretty powerful thing, especially if you just wanna experiment and you don't wanna download a bunch of junk on your PC.
It's great.
So what have I not talked about? Oh,
Winlink.
Winlink. I haven't played a lot with this. But let's look at the server. I think it's under Pat email. No, it's not that.